Hello, students. Welcome to my English class. Today, we are reading A Concrete Example by Reginald Arkell. It's a funny, simple poem about Mr. Arkell visiting Mrs. Jones' garden. He steps on a tiny flower without noticing it. The poem teaches us two things: beauty is different for everyone, and don't miss the small things in life. Imagine your friend invites you over to see their brand new, beautiful garden. You're expecting green grass, red roses, maybe a couple of butterflies. But when you walk in, boom! All you see is gravel, rocks, stones, not a single blade of grass. Would you think they have lost their mind? Mrs. Jones is the poet's next door neighbor, and she has got a unique taste when it comes to gardening. Her backyard doesn't have flower beds. Instead, she has got a crazy path, which is basically a zigzag walkway made of irregular, jagged stones, a tiny lily pond, a rockery, which is a fancy word for a big pile of decorative rocks, and an old sundial to tell time. To anyone else, it looks like a construction site, but to Mrs. Jones, it's her paradise. One afternoon, Mrs. Jones invites the poet over. She's bursting with pride. The poet sees that Mrs. Jones has grown teeny tiny microscopic little plants tucked away in the darkest, smallest cracks between the heavy stones. The poet convinces himself that Mrs. Jones couldn't have used a shovel unless she plants them with a pin. Can you imagine gardening with a sewing pin? Mrs. Jones talks for 15 whole minutes. She talks and talks about this lovely flower she grew. The poet is standing there, squinting, looking left, looking right. But he sees absolutely nothing but grey rocks. Finally, totally confused, he asks Mrs. Jones, "Where is this lovely thing?" Mrs. Jones smiles and says, "You are standing on it." So, children, tell me, why did the poet title this poem A Concrete Example? Actually, the word concrete here has two meanings. Literally, it means a garden which is made up of hard, stony concrete materials, and figuratively, it is a clear, perfect example of a big life lesson. Dear students, what lesson do you learn from this poem? There are two key lessons which we learn from this poem. One, beauty is in the eyes of beholder. What looks like a pile of rocks to the poet is a masterpiece to Mrs. Jones. Everyone has their own vibe. And second, don't miss the little things. Sometimes we are so busy looking for big, flashy things in life that we accidentally step right over the tiny, beautiful details. Trivia time for everyone. Do you know, students? We also have got one concrete garden in our country. We call it the Rock Garden, which is situated in Chandigarh. Thank you, students. See you all in the next class.